Morning, everyone.
Good morning, Jonathan.
Hey, Tom. How are you?
I'm good. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Looking sharp today.
Yeah.
Hi, Linda, Mark. I have no camera, so I can't tell. Both or one. Nice to have you here. Yeah, so unfortunately, I have a very short session today. I've got to head off to take my daughter to the airport at 10. So she's going to South Korea. So that's an exciting trip.
South Korea, nice.
Yeah.
Sumi wanted to go as well. She's a BTS fan now. And uh,
Yeah, that happens with our children. It seems BTS, South Korea is taking over the culture. But yeah, it's a sort of university exchange, so she's going to have some work to do when she's out there, but it'll be good. So,
yeah.
any questions right off the bat? Anything to do with managing your own wallets? Anything to do with Cardano? Any questions on what you're struggling with? Pop up with a question.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about all this hacking going on, just like Luca earlier mentioned, I mean, just the one after another, and then it's just like, I don't know how they can't just get together and sort this out because, I mean, it happened like it can completely wipe out the whole sort of like, like, was it one? I think it got hacked and one after another. It's just, I wonder
Mm.
when it stop, It's really, really not good for crypto world.
No, it's really bad, and the thing for me is that it's born out of the underlying programming methods. That seems to be the real crux of it for me, because we have all the same features as you see on the major
Yeah,
chains built out in Cardano now, and
yeah,
so far we've been very very lucky, or just we've been free of any problems, any major
yeah,
problems.
yeah, yeah,
And I think that is because of the complexity of working with the language. So Cardano is written on Haskell.
yeah,
Plutus is built on Haskell, and that's been used by the sort of financial industry for building out their banking platforms. And it's got a rigorous method of development. So whereas you can have Ethereum developers come in from any space and really pick up solidity fairly rapidly. You have to do a fair bit of hard work to get your head around smart contracts on Cardano, and I think that's
yeah,
where the difference really lies. The bridges, the multi-chain bridge has just been hacked, is damaging for the Cardano's ecosystem as well, because that's one of the bridges that does port tokens over from the Ethereum chain over to the Cardano chain. So I'm sure there'll be some Cardano holders who've been affected by it, not directly, but through their use of Ethereum as well, and use of that bridge. But the safest way is to take your money off exchanges and only use the most reputable DeFi bridges. And yeah, just be very conscious that while you are using those systems, you are at risk. At the moment, they're not robust enough, they're not stable enough, mature enough to really be free of bugs, vulnerabilities. The one that I have used on occasion is Chainport. I rate that quite highly, and yeah.
So did you say chain port?
Chainport, yeah. I used that to bridge Cornucopia's Copy tokens over from Ethereum to Cardano, and that worked. That worked well.
How
And
do you spell that, sorry? C.
let me put it into the chat. So Chainport.
Oh,
I think it's IO. Let me just check that now. In fact, let me start screen sharing just so you can see something rather than my face. doing the right thing? Yes. This is a bridge that I've used to bring tokens over. And that works well. Of course, the other way, which is probably the best way to do it in reality at the moment still, is use a centralized exchange. So if you have a Binance or a Kraken account, exchange your tokens on there, use their decent exchange rates, and send them into your self-custody wallet. So with Cardano, they have self-custodial wallets for, I don't know of any that aren't actually. So that means that you are the only one that holds your private keys. Nobody has access to them unless you give them away. And that way, you know that you're holding the crypto actually under your own self-custody rather than on an exchange or with a platform that may look like crypto, may call itself crypto, but it's certainly not decentralized finance. There is a difference that we have to get our heads around, is that if you don't hold your keys, don't know what your keys are, then chances are somebody else does. And if that platform or operator is compromised in any way, then they could end up getting your seed phrase and emptying your wallet. So the best way is to always use a self-sovereign wallet. Only be the only person that knows your seed phrase. And
one of the problem I'm having is I've got in Binance, some random sort of like coin, you know what I mean? Like ZRX, all those coins still there. And then if I put that in Ledger, I don't think Ledger will support it, like I can't really. And that's the problem in finding a place where I can safely, I don't want to sell them because value is so low at this moment. Just able to, because I do want to considering about moving away from Binance or Kraken, but that's the reason behind those centralized exchanges attractive for me.
Yeah, and on Luca's warning from this morning, I think I'll be looking to move more tokens off Binance as well. I've got small ones like you, small cap coins. I'm just bought to see if they rise in the market. In fact, I've held them for a couple of years now, not really done anything. But even moving those up, it's worth doing. So I have the Exodus wallet that I use for multi-chain stuff. I don't know if you've seen that one. It's a soft wallet again.
Yeah, Exodus wallet. I do have one as well. Yeah.
Okay. So you can see what chains are supported in there. See if the tokens that you're wanting to move from Binance will work on those chains, and then you can just find your receive address and send them over to that wallet. So yeah, I'll be probably carrying that over the next couple of weeks. The other high-profile wallet that does that. So this is the Exodus wallet. Now with this one, again, I downloaded this, installed it, and set it up 2 or 3 years ago. I wasn't as knowledgeable back then. The research I did at the time gave me confidence that this was a decent wallet. Certainly got a very wide user base, and the only qualm I have about it is that, as far as I can tell, you do have to trust the organization behind the wallet to actually have built out what they've said they built out, because it's not open source, and you don't have to enter, or you don't have to copy down your seed phrase as you're creating your wallet, which to me indicates that the seed phrase is generated within the wallet itself. The way to access the wallet is that you have to actually request it. I haven't tested to see whether you need to be online to get your seed phrase, but the fact that you have to interact with a wallet, and it is a hot wallet, I don't know. I'm unsure on where the line stops between me holding the keys and them holding the keys. So I know that I could open the wallet up on my mobile phone and on my desktop just by logging in and having access to spend the funds in both of those, which to me suggests that the private keys, which are needed to sign any transaction, must transport between devices when I do that. So that means that somebody else, or I've moved my keys between devices when I log in, and for that to have happened, then really the keys must have come from a centralized resource, or a resource that wasn't one that I hold myself. So that to me is not secure as a hot wallet that you have to set up the keys for, like MetaMask on Ethereum, or on Cardano, Eternal Wallet, or Flint Wallet, or a Lace Wallet. So yeah. The other one, which I have not used, not downloaded, but seems to be very highly used, is the Trust Wallet. So you could have a look at that if there's something on Binance that's not supported. Maybe see about moving over into one of these. Again, if you do any due diligence on here, it'd be really great to have that fed back to the team here, to us. Because again, I haven't done any due diligence on this. I don't know about the key storage, etc. Yeah, I mitigate.
So Trust Wallet is not in, like, the Luca mentioned about the breezing, multi-chain stuff like that. Is it somehow the linking to Trust Wallet there, or how do I know that that's not
The,
happening?
so the bridges are used when you're moving tokens between chains.
Yeah.
So any wallet can interact with the bridge.
Yeah.
So even Eternal Wallet, the self-sovereign wallet on Cardano that I rate the highest at the moment, that can interact with the bridge. If you do interact with the bridge, it doesn't mean that your wallet is necessarily compromised. If the bridge is one that actually takes custody of the tokens, then you are at risk. And what Luca mentioned this morning was that within your wallet, you when you interact with a bridge, you get to acknowledge the use of your wallet by the bridge, and you can rescind that permission. So this sort of equivalent that I can show you in Eternal is if you have interacted with an application, a DApp, a decentralized application, then you can remove the permission for it. So, for example, here, if I go to Muesli Swap, in fact, I'll go through the interface. So, within Eternal, you've got this interface to browse applications to interact with. So, one of the ones I use is Optim Finance.
Yeah.
This will now take you through to Optim, and from here you can see that I'm actually inside the wallet, but interacting with a third-party application, and I don't have, like, it's found the balance of my wallet already. So if I now close that and look in the settings, I've got a DApp allow list. In fact, I haven't created perhaps because I didn't actually spend anything with it. But while we're here, this is what I was looking for. So here you can see a list of the applications, the website applications that I've interacted with. So in the wallet that you use with multi-chain, for example, like that might be MetaMask, there'll be a similar place where you can go and see which apps you've interacted with and which have permission still. So on these applications, I've got permission up to the standard of SIP 30, it's called. And that means that I can sign transactions with that application to actually send funds out of my wallet to it. And so if I decide that I don't want to interact with the Genius Yield web app anymore, so in fact, I can show you if I go to that website address, it will load up the application. I can connect my wallet, and now it's got the identity of my wallet stored here, which means I know I'm connected to this website with my wallet. If back in Eternal, I now rescind that permission, so I take out this SIP30 permission, confirm removal of the SIP30 access for a site. Then now if I go back here and refresh this screen, it's asking me to connect wallet again because it doesn't have a permission to interact with this app anymore.
Yeah.
And then when I do connect, this time it'll prompt me for connecting to the site. So I've had this prompt now from my wallet saying, we've got an application trying to connect with me. And so this means that the app doesn't have any permission to interact with my wallet. And so that's what you want to have, the same sort of setup with multi-chain and MetaMask or whatever you've used to interact with it. You just want to make sure that you get prompted to sign a request or to click a permission button when you're interacting with multi-chain website. So that's that will then mean that you're not connected. I'm going to cancel that so I don't interact with Genius Yield. And it's, I still can have no interaction with this application without actually connecting the wallet.
So one that Luca mentioned earlier, the multi-chain, would that be also in that same, like some sort of website would be there? If you don't want to sort of like, if you see that, you can resend it as well. Is that, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. So
But because this particular one doesn't really interact with multi-chain, that's why it's not available, I suppose, right? Yeah, internal. Well, yeah, okay.
I've never interacted with it, so yeah, it hasn't.
Yeah.
It hasn't got permission in my wallet. So yeah, this is multi-chain. So if I was to interact with it, I click connect wallet, and it'll show me all the wallets it can interact with. And in fact, so the wallets that I've mentioned already today, Trust Wallets on there. Exodus isn't, funnily enough, but MetaMask is, and that's a popular one. And then of course, Wallet connects to lots of different ones. But there's no Eternal. There's no way of connecting Eternal to it. So I know that I can't interact with this particular one.
So can I sort of, for example, let's say I'm in Trust Wallet and I have option to connect with a multi-chain to Breeze. So would that, they will also give another option if I still want to Breeze, but I don't want to multi-chain. Would I be able to do so as well? Like choosing another Breeze?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is a different application. This is a chain port bridge. And in here, it will ask me, if I try and interact with it, it'll ask me to connect wallet. And so then it's giving me that same choice of wallets to connect with. And I've never interacted with it. So with Eternal. So there's no option here, even for me to connect. But yes, if you are getting prompted to connect your wallet, then chances are you've never interacted with it. And to verify, you can go into the wallet, find the allow list or something like that. What I haven't got up is an example of doing that with MetaMask or Exodus. But that's perhaps something we can look at and pull out as well.
Yeah, okay. Got it. So I do play a game, is it DeFi Kingdom? And in that also there's a breezing concept as well. There are two games in a same portal, so you can breeze your items or even coin from one realm, they call it, to another. So do you think they will be using similar sort of breezing technique as what you mentioned in the wallet, or is it a completely different thing?
I'm sure they've written their bridge to move your tokens between realms in DeFi Kingdom. They're both built by the same development team. So it may be that the bridges within that game are made by the people who wrote the game. So if you're trusting the people who wrote the game, then you're probably safe to trust the bridge because effectively it's got the same level of code quality behind it. I don't know for sure though if those tokens are actually being stored on the Ethereum network and they've used a third-party chain to do the porting, to do the bridging, then I imagine they'll tell you that at some point. They'll say you're interacting with another bridge, and so that's when you need to just do a bit of research, go and find out if that bridge has any history of problems in the past.
Yeah,
And
I think they had a history. Well, I don't know. It was Breeze issue. I think there was something similar to issue because I know Harmony one. That's
right,
also got hacked a while ago, and yeah, yeah,
so they're probably not using the Harmony bridge anymore because that's pretty much
yeah,
died.
yeah.
But yeah, if you ever interacted with that Harmony bridge, uh, then it's worth finding in your, which wallet would you have used? MetaMask.
Yeah, MetaMask. Yeah.
Yeah, so within MetaMask, you want to find the allow list for applications that your MetaMask, you've given permission for your MetaMask to interact with, and then just remove anything from there that you don't currently use regularly.
Mm.
So that would include any bridges that you see, anything like that. And that's just a good sort of crypto hygiene practice to go through every now and then, is to go and remove any permissions that you've given to it, and
Uh, so it
and
would
then
be in the
start from there.
MetaMask, and so would the Breeze section would it be that somewhere like that?
Yeah, I don't have MetaMask,
Yeah.
but I do have on this machine. I do have Brave Wallet, which is a MetaMask clone. So anybody that's interested, Brave do a clone of MetaMask, so it's running the same code base effectively, but it's built into the user interface of Brave. Um, that means you never have to go to a app store to download MetaMask
Mhm.
to run it. So, and you also know that the MetaMask, the Brave wallet, is being upgraded every time you upgrade Brave. So you don't have to then worry about that third step of going to a third-party platform, downloading the latest version of the browser extension, and then making sure you use that for any more. When you're in Brave, you're just using the Brave wallet, and you know that it's the latest version, had all the patches and everything. So I use that rather than MetaMask. It's not quite as easy to make it work with all websites, because there's a couple little user interface issues here and there, but security wise, I think that's the best approach. So let me just get up the Brave wallet and see where the permission list is in there.
I do use Brave, but I have a wallet as well. But I've never really. So I know there's a coin accumulating, but I've never really, extracted. It's just been there for. And
Oh,
it's
is that the
so
BAT token, the
yeah,
advertising token? Yeah, I've set that up and never looked at it since. I
yeah,
should probably go and check out. We might be rich.
yeah.
So here on Brave Wallet, you can see connected sites.
Okay.
And so on this browser, I don't have any connected sites, but that's where you'd go to check it in Brave. There will be a similar thing in MetaMask. It might have that different sort of wording. So we've got allow list in Eternal in Brave. We've got connected sites, but it's something along those lines. Places that you enter. It's a bit like deleting your history in a
Right.
browser.
So it's the privacy and security. That's where. Okay.
This one's under privacy and security, yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
somewhere down here will be connected sites. I can't find it going in this way. On a site data. Nope. Web3. No, I can't find it. Anyway, the easiest way was just to click that, 3 dots, and then connected sites. It takes you. Okay, so it's doing it per protocol. So we're in Ethereum under site and shield settings, under privacy and security. Privacy and security, site and shield settings, and then Ethereum.
See that.
No, still can't find it. Anyway, you get the process, the picture.
Yeah.
Dig your way through that, and hopefully you'll be able to to find what
Okay.
you need.
Mm.
Cool. Hi, Paul. You didn't catch the start of the call. I've only got half an hour today, so I'll be jumping off at 10. I've got to take my daughter to the airport. But any questions from anybody?
I've got one, Jonathan. I want to move everything to a hardware wallet. Can I stake from there? I thought I'd get a Trezor. That's been the one that seems to be recommended.
Mm-hmm.
Can I stake, and is it worth it? I'm not quite sure the process, and if it's even possible to do that.
Yes, it is certainly on Cardano. If you're holding ADA, then you can still stake your ADA with a stake pool to earn.
Mm-hmm.
The Trezor does interact with several of the wallets. So have you used Eternal Wallet before?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That's the Trezor was the one that was recommended. I haven't done a due diligence yet, but that's where I was leaning towards. And that's when I can get in New Zealand relatively easy through a reputable company.
Yeah, good. I rate the Trezor over the Ledger now. I used to like the Ledger more. The Trezor is fully open source. It's the oldest hardware wallet that's out there. So yeah, I think that's a good move. If you want to store your ADA on it, I think you can directly, but then also if you want to stake, then you'd come into a hot wallet like this, then use your hardware wallet as the signing mechanism. So in Eternal, if you were to use Eternal, you click Add Wallet, come to Hardware Wallet, and then you can choose. So it supports Ledger and Trezor. So you choose Trezor. Click Next. You just want to create one account within that wallet. Really, that's the simplest way of doing it. Then it will start prompting you to interact with the Trezor.
Oh, okay.
I don't have one, so I can't really take you on that step, but
yeah, just be a matter of working it out. I wasn't sure if it was possible. It seemed a shame to have it just sitting there and not earning anything, not staking it. So
yeah, no. So the useful thing is that once you've got it set up in here with a Trezor, then anytime you're spending your ADA or interacting with a DApp, which you'll still be able to do as well, then you just sign with the Trezor each time. So you have to have the device with you, ready to go. But yeah, that's a very secure way of doing it, and recommended.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Cool.
Yeah.
So Jonathan, one question on that is, like for example, if let's say you stake with a Trezor, and then does that need to be like can it be offline for like months and is staking will still carry on, or you need to time connect it so that the staking will accumulate?
Yeah, you can, exactly. So with Cardano, that's a beauty. I mean, Cardano has the best staking mechanism out there. I'm very confident in saying that. You're fully in control of your funds the whole time. You don't give up any of your credentials to any third party. So you never send the ADA from your wallet to a staking platform. So it's not like Binance or Ethereum even. Or even you don't have to trust it to a smart contract. It's all built into the layer 1 of the protocol, and it is auto compounding. So any ADA you earn through staking automatically starts compounding, so it builds itself up over time. You don't have to interact with it in between starting and stopping. So everything is automated. As soon as you start staking, it then auto compounds and runs, building itself up until you then go in and take your funds, take your rewards out. So a really solid mechanism.
So what about other coins then? Like for example, I understand Cardano. What about Bitcoin? Any other coin? If you put in Trezor, a stake, like for example, we keep staking. Do you need to time plug it back, make it online, or it just like auto staking happens?
Yeah, I don't stake my any of my other tokens. So Bitcoin, I don't stake. Ethereum, I don't stake. I haven't looked into I looked into Ethereum's one. I didn't like the sound of it at all, so I never staked my Ethereum. And Bitcoin, yeah, I don't even know what's possible with Bitcoin. it's a very it's the oldest, it's the strongest, it's the most stable. So I almost see Bitcoin as having a stable coin. I'm not really looking to earn off it because the token itself will rise in value over time. So yeah, any Bitcoin I've held has just been in my self-sovereign wallet, and I've not bothered staking or anything. Yeah, you can look to see what's out there. I imagine it will mean sending it to another destination to actually earn rewards on it.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm not fully au fait with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Well, that is my half hour up. So it's short and sweet. I normally do an hour and a half, but a bit rapid today. I do record and I do try and get them up onto YouTube. So if you need to catch up again on this, it will be up there at some point soon. And yeah, thanks all for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll be back on next Friday. All right.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Jonathan. Thank
Thanks,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Good to have you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya. Bye bye.